So we're done the workout. Today's workout consisted of safety bar squats, safety bar RDLs, single leg quad extensions, and single leg hamstring curls. I don't know about any of you, but for me, I just noticed a pattern. When I challenge myself with compound lifts and challenge myself within 0 to 3 reps short of failure, not only does it feel good, I feel like a boost in my mood, mental health, and just overall better. The cool part about this is I also came across research from, I'm forgetting her name, but she was saying how muscle contractions can boost your mood by releasing feel-good hormones. And so if that's the reason why, that is why, even though I didn't feel like going to the gym, I go anyways, because I know that within the right intensity, challenging myself in a safe way that doesn't cause injury and things like that, that I feel better afterwards. So I definitely feel that mood boost. Now we're gonna go eat. So all showered up, we're gonna eat some beef to start, and then I go for a walk or drive to a coffee shop and just read for a bit. And then so the ground beef is cooking up. We're doing around a pound right here. And then because I worked out, we're also gonna do a small bowl of rice here. This is around 54 grams. I was aiming for 45 grams. According to the nutrition labels, that would have been around 40 grams of carbs. I think I'm testing something out to see if my body tolerates this more, because when I was eating fruits, I broke out later that day, like bananas and all that stuff. So I'm gonna see. There's a theory between like glucose versus fructose. I'm not too stressed about it. I'm just doing it, observing how my body responds, and we'll see. But I definitely want to restore some glycogen, which is stored carbohydrates, because I do work out and I care about performance, getting stronger, building muscle, etc. So that's what we're gonna eat. We're gonna do here. And not gonna lie, one of the reasons I eat it is because it's so simple to make. You just put ground beef on here, let it cook, and then you're good to go. That's it. The other thing I do too, I don't know if anyone else does this, is I let it cool down for a bit. I noticed that, this is a side topic actually, like sometimes when I eat or like eat hot foods, my face is red afterwards. I'm just like, dude, why is my face red? So once I let this cook, I let it chill out for 5 minutes or so, 5 to 10 minutes, do other things, and then I eat it when it's a bit more cooled down. So I don't know, does anyone else notice that when you eat hot foods, your face turn red? Because that's something on the back of my mind that I'm still observing as well, where I want to eat these foods, making sure that the skin looks like it's glowing and calm, not red. All right, so it's almost done. Keep the beef, baby. You didn't see this, but I stirred it up a bit just to even it out. Oh my goodness, let's go. So around this amount of beef here is 95 grams of protein, no carb essentially, and I forget the amount of fat, but yeah. And this is just a personal observation over the last, since 2017, 16, even earlier, so last like nearly 8 years of just noticing things. My body responds better to higher fats and proteins and less carbs. There's times where, because bulking and fitness and all that, I do want to consume more carbs, but I notice my joints are more achy, my back is stiff, and it's just this abnormal stiffness that I came to realize that it's just not abnormal. Before I would just chalk it up as like, oh, that's just stiffness, like that's just me. But from realizing, because one day, okay, I took Advil for something else, I think, and I'm like, oh my god, my joints are just so like loose and freer. I'm like, man, is this what it's like to be anti-inflammatory, where like people move like this more freely? And that's when my brain started turning like, what can I do to put my body in an anti-inflammatory state that can also make sure that my joints feel better, that I can move more freely, etc. So this is why when I've connected certain dots, and it's been a journey, not just an overnight thing, is I realized my body responds better to high fats and proteins and less carbs. Now, I don't feel good with just too low carbs, just because for strength performance, muscle building, etc. So I do have to find a level that right now I'm still like struggling / challenging to find, to be honest, because I'm making sure the psoriatic arthritis doesn't flare up, the psoriasis doesn't flare up, acne doesn't flare up, red skin doesn't flare up. So I'm considering all these things right now as I'm still trial and error what works for me, the amount of carbs, the type of carbs, etc. So I don't have it all figured out. It's much better than it was years ago, but I'm still experimenting. So here's the beef. We're gonna add some pink Himalayan salt at the end, just to salt it up a bit. I'm not gonna use the whole thing here. Just drizzle that shit in a bit. Boom. And then I'm gonna get the rice in the microwave, and that's gonna be it. Here you go, here's the end product. Beef rice, that's it. I don't know about anyone else, but I've kind of realized I'm a very 0 to 100 person. So I've had to really learn to dial things back. Where if I notice that eggs are working, I'll end up eating like 6 to 8 eggs, 10, not 10 eggs, but like just upping the eggs and realize I don't feel good. Or if I notice like, hey, rice doesn't have gluten, and so I'm going to use rice as my main carb source so I can get stronger, build muscle, gain weight, etc. But then I overdo it with the rice and then I start to feel stiffy joints. So now I've come to dial it back in the sense where learning to be okay with just a small amount of rice, just a tiny bit. And that's not easy for me. Like I want to like fill up like half that plate or more with rice because I know I can eat it, but my body doesn't agree. So I have to continue eating, but then monitoring how my body responds, like joint stiffness, face red, breakouts, joint stiffness, etc. And that I can continue to reiterate to make sure that I wake up feeling good, high energy, etc. So yeah, let me know if you're like that too, where you're 0 to 100 and you've had to really learn to live in the gray, where it's okay with less. Especially after working out, these bites of rice and beef, just so good, just so good. The other thing too is I get this beef from a local farm delivery company, I guess, if that's what it's called. So it's grass-fed beef, not grain-fed beef. We're done. Feels so good, man. Like, eating beef and just a bit of rice, even without the rice, but even with the rice, like the amount that I ate, it just feels so light on my stomach. Like as if like I didn't eat anything and I can eat so much more. So sorry for that background noise. It's always trying to interrupt the vibes. But yeah, all right, let's carry on with the day. Catch you in the next meal. So I'm back from the coffee shop and we're gonna have meal number 2. It's gonna be 4 eggs, 3 breakfast sausages, and 4 bacon strips. We got 3 breakfast sausages, 4 bacon strips, and eggs. The eggs were cooked in bacon fat. That's why the color is what it is. This bacon right here, not gonna lie, probably overcooked it a bit. It's a bit more crispy, but at the end of the day, it's like what you like of it. Like I don't mind crispy, but it's kind of bendy too, so it's a vibe. Oh baby, meal number 2. Let's get it. Not gonna lie, as I'm eating this right now, I feel like I got the meat sweats. Body's heating up. Anyone else ever feel like this? Yeah. So I'm done my plate. And again, the amazing thing about what I'm eating is my stomach just feels so calm after I'm done. There could be times where I eat something like 5 to 6, 7 grapes on an empty stomach and my stomach feels bloated. Or I eat mango and my stomach churns and just feels uncomfortable. But something like eggs, bacon, sausage, I eat it and I don't feel a thing. It just, my stomach feels so light, not bloated, and this is one reason why I chose to eat this. Now, usually I would eat a banana, but I'm a bit apprehensive right now just because last night I was breaking out. I was eating more fruit, so today I'm experimenting with less fruit just to see how my acne responds later tonight. So yeah, usually I would have some fruit like in a banana, but I might just have a few frozen blueberries or a date, like literally one date, but we'll see. You know what time it is. It's another 1 pound of ground beef time. So we're cooking it right here. This is kind of hot. Ooh. I might do 2 sausages as well. Bratwurst sausages, Bratwurst. So meal number 3 is coming. We got 1 pound of ground beef right here, unsalted. And then I'm cooking up some bratwurst sauce. To be honest, I've never cooked this before, so I'm just cooking it until it's golden brown all the way around. Not gonna lie, holding this close right now, my thumb feels jacked, feels swollen AF. But yeah, I'll show you the end product. So here we have it, a pound of ground beef with 2 bratwurst sausages. That's it. Some of you might be thinking, Justin, where is your veggies and your greens? Little background story is I've tried a lot of different styles of eating and I've never really considered a diet. I've just experimented from having psoriasis to psoriatic arthritis to acne to chronic pain to a red face, all those things. I've tried plant-based diets. I've tried, or style of eating. I've tried high, normal carbs, protein, fats. Actually, you know what? I'll talk about this in a different video, but it's all to say the reason I'm eating this way is because I've experimented with my own body and noticed that my body responds best to high fats and high proteins and lower carbs. Is it ideal? And do I want to do it this way? No, I don't. But every time I've experimented with more carbs, I've noticed my body reacts with either acne, joint pain, red face, etc. So even right now, I'm continually in a experimental process to see how my body works best. In an ideal world, I can eat whatever I want, whenever I want, with no issues, but that's not the case. So this is what I'm having. The sausages and the beef. So we just finished the beef and the sausages. Not gonna lie, sausages were damn good, but it was a bit filling. More than I expected. But again, stomach feels hella light right now, like compared to when I eat fruit and other things where the stomach feels uncomfortable. My stomach feels so light right now, like I didn't even eat, to be honest. Like it feels kind of full, but like not terrible. Like right now I can go for a run if I wanted to, and I think I'll be okay. This here, 47 grams of frozen blueberries, that's what I'm gonna finish off with as my sweets, as my dessert. I don't think I'm gonna have anything else for the rest of the day, to be honest. So right now it's 6:47 p.m. Usually if an ideal way of eating goes well for me, I finish eating by 8:30. So I'm not eating for like 2-3 hours before bed, so then I can get quality sleep. My sleep hasn't been on point recently, but that's a topic for another day. Sleep does help my psoriatic arthritis because sleep is when the body recovers. So sleep does matter to me, especially with mood, mental health, reaction time, etc. When my sleep is affected, I notice that when I drive, the reaction time is just slower. I'm not as decisive and things like that. Does anyone else feel like that too when they don't get enough sleep? But yeah, so we're gonna finish this up and that's probably it. So thanks for watching it if you made it this far. I appreciate you. This was my full day of eating. If you're ever wondering like, man, is this all this guy eats? It's because I've experimented over the last 10 years of different styles of eating that right now, this is the way that makes my body feels good, my mind feel good, my joints feel good, etc. Yes, there's still an experimentation process like I talked about, but for the most part, I just feel so close to that finish line that I just gotta continue fine tuning some things just to keep feeling better over time. But yeah, let me know if any of things in the video relate to you, how you're eating, how your psoriasis, psoriatic arthritis is going, or if you're dealing with any other autoimmune condition. I'd love to just see where we can take these videos together and grow together, our mind, our body, our health, and just support each other. That's the main thing. I just felt some calling to share what I eat, but it's not about me, it's about you too. I would never want you to feel alone in this journey of health, so let's support each other. All right, until next time, peace.